Today, we're gonna let a bingo sheet decide the fate of our robot. In order to complete this video and this robot, I am going to have to create a vertical, horizontal, or a diagonal line in a row, and I don't think this is going to be easy. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode of Bot Building and Robot Rumble 2. Today we have a doozy. This is going to be a bingo sheet that I kind of came up with the whole concept of, and I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but there's only one way to tell, and that's by making a robot. I have no robot design idea in mind for this episode, and I think that's going to be a problem for what we're about to run into, because we have a bingo sheet. Ba ba boom ba right here. See that cool special effect that I added? I hope it's not something stupid. I hope it's not just a transition. I hope I spent at least 30 minutes on just that effect, but who knows what's gonna happen? Only you guys know. But this is the bingo sheet that we are going to be working on for this robot. Now, like I said, I have to create either a vertical, horizontal, or diagonal line in order to complete this robot, and I think this is going to be very tough. I added some really bad stuff, I added some really good stuff, and I also added some stuff in between. So this is not going to be an easy video by any sorts. So let's jump into the robot workshop and start creating our robot. All right, we're here in the robot lab. I'm just gonna call this a bingo. Oh, I called it Big No. It's gonna be Big No. All right, we got a Big No robot right here. Let's look at this bingo sheet. So I randomized. I came up with 25 different things, and I randomized all the spots for them, and this was the first one that came up. So I'm going to be using this one just to keep it fair on myself. I did not plan anything. I'm actually not looking at it until right now. So we have non-invertible in the middle, which is okay. It's not anything too bad. Now, like I said, I don't have a plan with this robot, so I might kind of sprinkle in a few of the ones that I like. From there, try to find a line that we do like. So I do like the one randomized item. That's kind of a fun idea I came up with, which I have every item in this game. Let me get out of this real quick. Let me just make a stupid chassis so I can show you. So I have every item down here in every tab, in every category, in a randomizer. And if I spin this wheel, it'll select one of them. And I have to include that in this robot, and I love that idea. I might do that, but I also do love the randomized bot colors, so I'm gonna start out with that one just because it's gonna give us a base for this robot. So let's randomize the bot colors and start out our bingo sheet. All right, I am here on this website that is going to be randomizing a hexadecimal color code. A hexadecimal code is pretty much any code for any color in this universe. So we have a chance of getting any color that we can absolutely get in this world. So let's generate our colors and see what we get. I'm kind of nervous for this because, I don't know, I feel like we can get some really crappy ones. So let's generate. We start out with a purplish pinkish color. Okay, so we're gonna get 5 total, and I can kind of pick between these, you know what I mean? I don't have to use all 5 of these colors. What is that color? It's like a blackish purple. It's kind of cool. Midnight purple. So we got a pink, a purple, and another purplish blue. Okay. Kind of a cool theme. And we get a random green thrown in. That one's weird. And our last color is like a weird bluish greenish color. I can work with this. I feel like I could definitely work with this one. All right, give me a couple seconds. I'm gonna add all these colors to the in-game robot, and we're gonna see how they look in-game. All right, here are our colors. We got our 5 wacky colors for this one, and I haven't really thought of what I wanted to do while I was typing them in. I didn't really have much time to think, but I do really like these 2 colors with these 2 colors together. It's kind of a cool gradient. If we switch these 2 colors, it would actually look really nice. So I'm gonna fix this chassis because I kind of just put this down like a weirdo. And I'm gonna try to come up with a fun chassis design for this robot. I don't really know what this is, but I came up with it and I'm proud of it, so we're gonna use it. All right, let's take a look at the bingo sheet one more time just to see if we're not doing anything crazy. So we have the randomized bot colors down, which doesn't really open up much because we got the max weapon weight right above us, which means we would have to be non-invertible. We wouldn't be allowed to use custom shapes, and then we would have to get a Discord suggestion. Horizontally though, we can have a Discord member add or remove one thing of our robot. I could do it right now, and then they could Discord again picks the name of the robot. We would have to use a stock weapon, and oh my goodness, I put this one in, and I really hope that I wouldn't have to do it. The highest mouse sensitivity. Let me just, you guys see my mouse right here, right? This is me moving it normally. This is me moving it I'm barely moving it. Oh, this would be awful. I can't do this. I can't do this one. So I'm gonna avoid that one. I'm going to avoid that mouse sensitivity one with all I got. So we may have just randomized our bot colors for nothing, but that's fine for me. For this chassis design though, I did see that there was exposed wheels as an option, so I did leave these little slots. This isn't symmetric. That's gonna piss me off. But I did add the extra these little holes right here, I guess. So just in case we were to have it to do exposed wheels, I left it as an option. Okay, so I've been working a little bit trying to come up with a game plan for this robot, since it's very weird, you know? I can't really follow my normal style of building, so I'm kind of taking a different little twist on how I'm gonna build everything. So looking at the bingo card, I'm definitely going to be doing the exposed wheels, which I'm currently in the process of building, and I decided, hey, why not? Let's make angled wheels while we're at it. I know that's not part of the bingo sheet, but I'm still doing it. And then I looked right below that and I saw non-rubber wheels, which means I could use any material for these wheels other than rubber, and I think I'm gonna do that. So we can knock out 2 of the bingo little slots right away, which is kind of making our own little path right now. The only problem with that is the spot right above exposed wheels, which is the SLA batteries, which are these ones. Yeah, these guys. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't used these batteries pretty much ever in this game, and I'm worried that they're pretty bad. But I think I'm gonna go for that line. I do think this robot is gonna be non-invertible yet. I'm not gonna check it off just because who knows, it might change in the future. I am making these wheels huge, so there is a chance that this robot can operate upside down. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way for that not to happen, just because the angle of these motors for the wheels, if I connect these over here, it's gonna be really close to the bottom, and I want to make sure that the angle is where it's at for the wedge that I put down. But who knows, things could probably change. The only thing that I know is I'm definitely going to have exposed wheels and non-rubber wheels, so those 2 are going to be check marked. And I'm going to start finishing the rest of this. I need to figure out a material, which could be fun. And I was kind of thinking Hardox. I know it's heavy, but if you have Hardox wheels, bro, come on. I feel like they're going to be impossible to break. And additionally to these wheels, I'm kind of nervous because we only have these 5 colors to select between. And I do want to go for the dark purplish and the pink color combination. But all the other colors to make these wheels kind of look weird. I guess this one might be the best option, but it's just a lot at the moment. Who knows? I think it could work. So I think I might just keep it as this color for now, and then we could always change it in the future. I'm definitely not doing that custom shaped wheels slot just because that requires me to make a circle, which I'm very bad at, and I don't want to mess with it. So we're gonna leave that one off the board for this episode. But this bingo challenge has actually really made me think about how I want to create a robot more than any other robot I've created before. So this is kind of a fun little challenge. If anybody who's watching that has this game and wants to have a challenge, I highly recommend this because it's so far I'm struggling, and who knows how this robot's gonna come out. I think it might come out cool. It's definitely looking like it might end up being an overhead at the moment, but who knows what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna finish up these wheels real quick. They're kind of a tedious process. I have to put them right here in the center of the axle, then rotate, and it's just a whole thing that's leading me to have pain, and I think I have to do that multiple times. But yeah, it looks like it connects down here, so this size wheel should be good. They're huge wheels, guys. They're so big. This is ridiculous. So something like this is what I'm gonna go for. There it is. That's actually insane looking. I know it's not gonna be, oh my gosh, I wonder if it's gonna drive properly because of how heavy it is. Each wheel is around 1 kilogram, so it's pushing around 4 kilograms worth of tires on each side. So our wheels altogether are 8 kilograms, which is pretty cool. I've never had a wheel this heavy before. It's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. And we knocked out 2 of the bingo sheet things on our bingo sheet. So we're getting kind of close to making a line, and we don't have anything crazy yet. But I do want to do one thing for this that I think is going to be really fun. We're going to randomize one item that needs to be on our robot, no matter what. It could be any of these options above, and I'm a little nervous. So I'm gonna open up our spreadsheet for our randomizer, and we're gonna pick it. All right, this took me a bit to do, but we're here. We're ready to spin. I'm only gonna spin once, and whatever it lands on, we have to include in our robot. And look how many options there are. And I actually left out a few options that I thought would be like not unfair, but kind of weird. So here we go. Here we go. This is what we're gonna have on our robot, and I don't even know what to expect. Looks like we're getting a flat hinge, a free axle maybe, a flat hinge 270 wide. All right, that's that's gonna be on our robot. Bro, I've never used one of these before, and I don't even know what to do with this. What the heck? All right, well, if you insist, bingo board, here we go. We can check off the one randomized item because this is what we're using, and I don't even know where to begin with it. So, oh no. So we've actually created 2 separate paths now, which I'm really happy about. We got the diagonal going up to the right, where we would have to do non-invertible, stock weapon, and glow. And we also have the other option of the double weapon. Discord picks the name of the robot, SLA batteries with our exposed wheels and non-rubber wheels already that we have done. So we're at least getting some progress on this bingo board. I really don't know what to do. I might throw in one other random bingo option so we have more pathways if we need to go. And I'm not quite sure what I want to do for that yet. I think I might actually do the Discord member adds and removes one thing in the future, obviously, just because if they add or remove anything here, I'm really screwed, to be honest, because I don't think I'm able to touch it. So I might build a robot, at least the internals, the chassis. I'm gonna do the SLA batteries. All right, it's gonna probably take me a bit, so bear with me on this. I've never built with these before, and I need to slowly figure out what type of weapon I need to do as well, because that's going to determine what type of chassis I'm going to design also. I mean, I can always do that randomized weapon type in the bottom right, but I don't like any of its paths. I'm going to use nuts and bolts. Saying no nuts and bolts is just like a slap in my face, you know? I have to use nuts and bolts, so I don't think randomized weapon type will help us at all for this. So I'm going to figure out a weapon type for this, and then we're going to work with it.
3 weeks later.
Oh my god, guys. It's been, I'm not kidding, like 3 weeks of me trying to figure out what the hell to do with this robot. I'm not exaggerating when I say 3 weeks, by the way. It's been a legit 3 weeks since I've last worked on this robot, since I've been able to work on this robot. I have no idea what I want to do. Obviously, there's been some changes, but I'm not in love with it. I ended up, like I said, going for the SLA batteries, and I was tinkering around with the double weapon, but I'm just not loving it at the moment. The SLA batteries, they're not bad. Let me tell you, they're not bad. This robot drifts a lot. It's kind of hard to control. I might have to end up making this robot invertible, which means it would still work. And I'm pretty sure if I turn on the weapons, it'll eventually flip itself over, which is good. So I might have to avoid that middle spot in the bingo sheet. But yeah, I went for a kind of a weird, a double drum spinner. I don't think I've ever seen that before, and I thought it would be a cool idea. And then I decided, I'm not gonna put them in the middle. I'm not gonna put them parallel with each other. I'm gonna go with a weird design where they're kind of angled. I haven't put any bite on them yet, but they're kind of getting there. I also tried completing the at least part of the frame of the chassis for this robot, and it's kind of coming together. I was sort of banking that this robot wouldn't be invertible, so I added the extra batteries that I didn't have space for on top, and now I might have to add them down here somewhere. But the robot is somewhat coming together. I saw that this video is kind of already getting pretty long and we're not even close to being done, so that's a little bit worrisome at the moment. I decided that because we're going to be doing I think we're going for that line for the double weapon, Discord picks name of bot, and SLA batteries with the 2 below that already. I'm thinking I might get Discord to pick the name of the robot now, so I can kind of work on a theme from there. And then we would essentially have a line done. However, things can change. I might say in the future, screw these double weapons, which means I would have to pick a completely new line. But I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. Who knows? Who knows if it's gonna happen? I really don't want that to happen, but I guess only time can tell for that one. This challenge has really been tough. And let me tell you, I posted in my Discord channel that I was doing this, and it caught a lot of traction. This is a really fun idea to a lot of people. And I saw a couple people wanting to do tournaments for this. Mr. Potts, I'm looking at you right now. If you want the people to suffer, do this challenge. I am not having a good time creating this robot, and I think I picked a somewhat simple line, but I don't know. This is a very tough challenge at the moment. I'm gonna work a little bit more on this. I'm gonna post a picture of this robot right here, how it is already. So I'm gonna do like something like this with the colors in the background, and I'm gonna ask somebody to name this robot, and I'm gonna see what they want to do. Oh crap, I also have to add that one flat hinge thing, the 270 wide. I forgot about that thing. This is gonna be tough. Our robot isn't big enough for this. I might put it on the back, kind of have like a skirt down here or something. I don't know. That's gonna be, oh crap, I might have to actually get rid of that thing that we added down. Crap, I forgot about that one. Anyways, I'm gonna continue to work on this robot and probably spend 3 more weeks on it. So wish me luck, and hopefully the next video won't be out by, I don't know, December or something. I'm still shooting for August. Come on, August, give us the video. Okay, huge shout out to Player But Not, Noob Gamer, and Robo Gamer. You guys all helped me out to try to figure out a name for this robot. First of all, as you can see, a little bit more work has been done. It's actually the same day. It hasn't been 3 weeks, so I'm proud of myself, alright? I'm proud. There was a lot of confusion based off of just the look of the robot, based off of like just coming up with a name, but we pretty much all settled on Underground Punch-Out, which I think is a pretty cool name. It's a little bit long for my liking, but who knows? I think it could grow on me. I haven't been really keeping you guys in track with what I've been updating with the bingo card, so let's just knock all of the things out real quick. So we can knock out SLA batteries only, Discord picks the name of the bot, and double weapon. All 3 of those are going to be marked down, which gives us our line. So with that all being said, we have officially completed our bingo sheet, which means I don't have to follow anything else now. I can still add that 270 wide hinge if I really want to. It won't affect the bingo sheet at all, but congratulations to us. We did it. We are officially a bingo board winner. So from here on out, I have to keep everything that's on this robot that will affect that line, but we can pretty much get rid of anything else. Like I said, we don't have to do that 270 wide hinge anymore, and we can also change the colors of the robot since it's not part of the line. But I do want to keep the colors just because I think they're pretty cool colors. I want to mess around with them a little bit more. I started creating the top of this chassis right here, which I think looks pretty good. And I was also kind of experimenting with a side wedge over here, but I'm not sure if I like it. It's kind of weird. So I want to add one on each side. I didn't do that correctly, but I want to have one like right here and then one on this side as well, which would kind of give off, I don't know how I feel about this just yet. it should be an interesting design to at least finish off these 4 little corners of the robot. I want to mess with these wedges still, but I need them, so if I get rid of them, let's just say now. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the robot is a little bit unstable just because the weapon will touch the ground more often, but it's still not terrible. I might make a feeder wedge into these 2 drums. We are way above weight right now, and I haven't really been messing around with the weights of anything, so that's good. I think each drum spinner is 20 kilograms each, so if we lower that just a bit, we can get down on weight pretty fast. I can't complain about this robot just yet, but we have to finish it. Now this is, from here on out, this is just a normal building a robot episode, which I'm happy about because this was a very tough challenge in my opinion. So as long as I keep those 5 little sections, those little restrictions on our robot, I'm free to do whatever else I want. I do want to add glow to this. I think right here glow would look really good, which we would just have to like do some of this. So let's see how this looks over here. Yo, that could look good. That could look really good actually. And if we get it on both sides, that looks even better. Okay, yeah, I do like the pink now. I think the pink is definitely gonna be on our robot. I want to add one more of these 3 colors right here. One of these. I'm not sure what I want to do yet though. None of them really go with these 2 colors. I definitely don't think we're gonna use this color. I really don't think we're gonna use the green, just because it's so weird with the other ones. I think we might have to go with this one or this one. Which this one, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty much the exact color of Destiny Bond, the Gengar themed robot that I made a couple episodes ago. But yeah, I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more, and I'll be back once I get kind of something going. Let's go. Let's freaking go, guys. I think I'm almost done with this robot. Honestly, I think I'm doing pretty good with it. The colors look a little weird right now. I've been messing around with them. I finished the top of the chassis where I added just like the side wedges, a little more wedges right here, and just places that I didn't know where to connect things, I just added bars and then I colored them. So I think it looks pretty decent, to be honest. Now I am messing with 2 of these colors. So let's just look at this color, this little green right here. All right, let's just make it black. Let's make it white. We're not gonna use that color. I hate that color. It's like a Shrek green. However, I really like these 2 colors together, and I think it looks really good, like just that color palette together. So let's just copy this one and then get rid of this. All right, so those are our 4 colors. I think these 4 colors look pretty okay together. They're not the best, obviously, but I think we can make something work with it. I made sure to kind of implement it kind of in random spots. I wish when I first created this robot that these were 2 separate, that I didn't mirror just like this part right here. I wish I didn't mirror it because I would love to have this one blue and then this one green. And I think that would have looked pretty cool. So we're probably gonna have a hubcap on top of that where I would probably do this, shrink it down a little bit, maybe actually keep it extended. I do like it a little extended a little bit. Something like this. And then we can color this one, what did I say, blue? Then go over to the other side, place it down, and color this one green. There we go, we're getting something together. Kind of weird combinations of colors right now, but I can't really complain about it. I think it looks really good as a robot in general. Plus, it gives us more options to add more decoration in the future. You guys know me, I'm super crazy when it comes to decoration. My alarm. It's snoozing. I don't know why I have an alarm right now. I feel like I'm missing. I feel like I have something important to do, but I don't remember. Anyways, let's just continue going, I suppose. I do think that this is, just these colors in general could add some really fun stuff to it. I have some crazy ideas for these wheels that I kind of want to do. I don't even know how to explain it, but I might mess around with it in the future. Definitely off camera because it's going to be a lot of trial and error in my opinion. But I think the robot's looking really good together. and I want to kind of experiment with some nuts and bolts going on right now. So for the nuts and bolts, I'm going to keep them the same size that they come in, the stock nuts and bolt sizes. Actually, no, they're a little bit too big. I really like editing the size of the nut and bolt. So I'm just going to copy that down over there, and then boom, there we go. We got smaller nuts and bolts. And a good color would probably be not the glowy pink, but this pink. So I'm going to place down a couple of these nuts and bolts down because I have to include nuts and bolts. It's not like I have to avoid nuts and bolts. Especially for this bingo challenge, I still have to mess with this little part in the back right here because I'm not in love with it. This little crease, I have a few of them on each side, but I'll get them eventually. No rush. Absolutely no rush to finish that part. I'm very worried about the wheels because, like I said, they are Hardox wheels, and I'm not quite sure how they're gonna perform, to be honest. They could be very good, they could be very bad. I haven't tested this robot against any AI yet, just any robot in general in combat. I've just been kind of smacking them around with the boxes and everything, like all this stuff, which I think this robot looks really cool. It has a lot of potential to do some damage. It's obviously because I have the dual weapon at an angle, I can't really drive up directly on a thing because then I won't get it. But sometimes just from certain angles, this thing hits really hard, which is really cool because it's going to be impossible for a robot when it goes head on to get around and flank and to get its sides because the weapons are on the sides. So I do think it's going to be kind of an easy way for this robot to win some fights. I obviously don't think that this robot is going to be one of the better robots that I've ever created, but I do think that this robot is going to be decent. I'm gonna say above average to average. I think above average is a good ceiling for this robot, and that's all you can really hope for when it comes to building a robot. You want it to win a few fights, obviously, but it's more about building it, in my opinion. Granted, this channel is completely built after having really good robots in a fighting league, so take my word with a grain of salt when it comes to this. I'm even gonna put some nuts and bolts up here. Something like this, that would look really cool. Do it on the other side as well. Kind of an interesting design. I'm worried that there's a lot of nuts and bolts, yes I know. But I am worried that this robot is going to be kind of weak, especially on its back side. I feel like it can get flipped over pretty easily, but I don't really know. It looks really cool. I don't like the pink nuts and bolts on the wheels, so I might change those colors just a little bit to get a different vibe going for it. Maybe something like this. Get like half green nuts and bolts and half blue nuts and bolts, so when it drives, you can kind of see them moving around, which I think is pretty cool. I can't complain about this robot. It has a unique design, and I wanted to include at least 3 to 4 of the colors, and I think this is the best way to do it. Now I think making these nuts and bolts the dark purple is gonna look a lot better because it almost gives like a black vibe to it. Yeah, that looks really good actually. Look at this robot, guys. All right, we got something working together. Underground Punch Out, I believe it's its name. Yes. It's gonna take me a bit to remember that. I should put some nuts and bolts on the actual weapon as well because it is only 2 pieces at the moment. So maybe just adding it right there will do good. Yes, sir. Let's go. This is coming together. This is coming together very well. Now, because its name is Underground Punch Out, it kind of gives me like a Fight Club kind of theme going, I guess. We're not really supposed to talk about it, but you know what I'm saying. There is a really cool PNG that I found online of like a fist. It's like a cartoon fist, like representing like a fist punching, and I kind of want to put that somewhere, maybe on the back areas. I'm not quite sure. There's not a lot of room for decoration. Maybe just adding some custom shape decoration swirls will do the job for this robot, and I think we are pretty much done with our bingo robot. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into a matchup with this robot fighting and see how it performs, because I'm curious to see. I'll leave decoration for another day, and I just want to get this episode out and it's ready to go. So let's see how this one goes. Here we are in the exhibition battle mode. I forgot to take off the little color cubes, so they're gonna stay. but I wanted to put this robot up against one that was very similar in my opinion to it, which is a robot that I created on stream on my channel. If you don't know what this robot is, it's in my playlist, so you can take a look at it. This robot's name is Overseer. It's a 3-wheel drive robot with a big horizontal blade thing in the middle. Both robots drive very weird, so I wanted to match it up with a robot that also drives weird. So let's see how this one goes. I'm very interested to see how this fight's gonna go down. Alright, here we are in the improved Robomania arena. Our Robomania Fighting League should start somewhat soon. I'm still kind of getting all the robots together, at least for the first card. So nothing official yet. I added some fun stuff to this arena. Immediately, Underground Punch-Out gets flipped. I added a moving camera, which I'm really happy with. Underground Punch-Out is trying to self-right, can't really do it, gets self-righted there. I'm curious if this robot can actually do damage. I didn't test out its weapon, like I said, at all, and it's getting flipped on its back. That was something I was worried about. We can always add forks on the back, which can help it not get flipped over as easy, but that's for probably another episode or another day. But this robot's fun. Let me tell you, this is a fun robot. We got a countdown at the beginning, and I'm hoping it doesn't end like this. All right, there we go. Gets out of it and flips. Overseer is a pretty decent robot. It drives very weird. As you can see, it kind of drives sideways, which is a very fun thing for that robot. I really do enjoy the Overseer. It's one of my favorite robots I've created in a long time, especially because it has that glow on it. It just looks really nice. Underground Punch-Out gets flipped. It flips the Overseer over. That's great. I did not expect that to happen. It's not doing a lot of damage right now, but it's definitely trying its best, and that's all that matters. We're probably going to go to a judge's decision just based off of that first half of the fight. Unless some crazy hit happens, I don't really see anything doing anything much. But an interesting first little back and forth minute of that fight. Right now they're just spinning in circles. Are you kidding me? But like I said about the Robomania Fighting League, I wanted to bring this up real quick. I'm getting some robots together. Obviously, since the last Robomania Fighting League, I think it was Robomania 7, we were using the old version of this game, which now there's a new one, and it broke pretty much every single robot. So I think the first Fighting League card is going to be mostly robots that I have created, and maybe have a couple top tier fights from people who have already been confirmed. I know Mr. Potts has Sharkbait 2 return in, some really good faces. We lost, unfortunately, the Doctor because I believe the builder Hobo Drew just a fact that reach verticals are a little bit broken now. Not broken, but they're not as efficient. So I understand all that. And we're gonna see some new faces in the Fighting League, which I think is going to be very fun. And a new top 15 pretty much, but we have a lot of returning robots, so keep an eye out for that. It should be dropping not fairly soon, but the idea is coming soon. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a weird one. It was a very weird one. We made a weird robot, we made a weird bingo sheet, we saw a weird fight, and my brain is kind of fried right now because I have no idea how I built this, and it's been a long time since I've been staring at a screen that wasn't this. So excuse me if my words are a little flustered right now. It's just, geez, this robot took a lot out of me. This challenge took a lot out of me, I should say. It was a brutal one. Feel free, if you guys want to try this out, you know my bingo sheet. I put it in the very beginning of the episode. You guys can take a look at it and tell me if you want to create this. Tell me how you did it. Which lines did you create? I think I chose a somewhat easy one, but I didn't make anything easy on me because I kind of sprinkled in at first. But I'm very curious what you guys thought of this little unique challenge. I thought it was a fun one. Other than that though, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Building a Bot. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, week, weekend, whatever it may be. And I will see you on another episode. Have a good one.